Are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 20. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Finding time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Here's Jones. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down following the run. To throw on second down is Stafford. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown. Julio Jones, 48 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On fourth down, Newton. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offense.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the 50, Newton steps away to his left. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Play clock winding down. From the red zone now, Newton. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. Now last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to look deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
20. Do something.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Off play action. Newton. Being chased out left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The play clock's running down. They'll run it with Williams. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You gotta protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Newton to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now it's Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Hilton, the lone receiver right. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw is Stafford. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Stafford now on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Curse in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. Now the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's got room. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Ricky Williams, 52 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here. But I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. To return, this now Jacoby Jones. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Jared Cook, 82 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
He was trying to get it to Marshawn Lynch, and that takes us from second to third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Newton, deep drop, looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now back out comes the offense. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Then he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Julio Jones as the first half is winding down. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Left side here to Sanders. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Stafford on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's now 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Stafford. Caught left side by Hilton. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Alone to the right is Jones. To throw on second down is Newton. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing on third down, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Babineau able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have... Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
And now here's another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six from Panther touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when the short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Stafford on first down. It got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. On second down, here's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Third and long, it's Stafford. He's going to wind up, and my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And
he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they're going to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Third and long, it's Newton. He's got Ozzie Newsome. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Time running out here on the play clock. And now with the play clock becoming an issue here, Gary Kubiak is going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Back to throw, Newton. He's got his target, the tight end Newsom. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. 58 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Newton. He completes it to Julio Jones. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
On 2nd down, Williams uses the stiff arm, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will they'll take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate, but the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.